Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome back to the weekly update. This is our Saturday show. It is Saturday, November the 8th. It's very good to be back. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shell already in the chat as usual. Thank you very much. And as she says, please, everybody repost the live. Everybody that is here with us, make sure we are posting out the live. Make sure we are showing our support. Make sure we're getting those numbers up. We need to share this thing out to spread the word. Bring more people in here, make the chat more lively, guys. The more people you bring here, the more interesting chat will be. And the more interactive I can be as well. One of the things I love about this show is that you in the audience allow me to interact with you and give me things to talk about, right? I could prepare the show completely on my own, just record a video and post it online, but that's only like less than half of the fun. The rest of the fun is talking to you guys, answering questions that you guys ask, talking about topics that interest you. So as members of the audience, make sure you're interacting and ask questions. Send links. Lots of times, some of the stories I cover, we got Questionable Gardener, always breaking news here on the show. We got Shell, always doing research. We got Chief Boom Boom in the house. Good to see you. Let's go. Yes, guys, you in the audience make this. You're like 3/4 of the show, guys. The show, I could just record it and post it, but it would be nowhere near as fun. So thank you for everybody in the audience for being you. You make it much more enjoyable for me to do this. Give me the energy I need to do this 4 times a week, guys. As you can see here, you can click that little button and give me your tip. I will graciously accept your tip. Any amount of tip that you wish. You can also go to the link there, patriotdad.org, that pulls up my website. My website was created by Siraj himself as a link tree replacement. This is a wonderful thing. If you guys need any web development, talk to Siraj. He's a really good guy, does very good at web design. He built this for me. Open source, very secure, helps me maintain it. Also, he will add or remove things for a nominal fee, right? Nobody expects you to do good work for free. That's ridiculous. But you can buy me a cup of coffee, guys. That's also just another way to send a tip that's better than Super Chats, because Super Chats give the, Googles and the alphabets, they take like almost half of it. So instead, you could buy me a coffee. You can also sign up and do subscriptions there. You can, support in any way that you wish. You can also look at merch. We had a meeting today on bringing you new merch designs. So Shell, Crispy, myself, we're working to get some more designs up on the store. So look for those here coming soon. I know I've been promising them, but we actually had a meeting and discussed it today. That's progress. Also, you can check out the Discord. Not a whole lot going on there right now, guys. We need more people in the Discord, make it a little more lively. I can only post to the ether so long before there's nothing to talk about except with myself. So join the Discord, make the conversation just as lively as you guys do here in the chat. You also have Men's Empowerment Network. The website and the Discord for that is my company, where I give consulting for divorce and custody battles. I've been through both. They're not fun to go through the legal process as a man. I can help you with the expectations of that process, as well as help you make plans on how to get the best outcome that you can possibly get, because just a little bit of a difference over the rest of your life can make a huge difference. Also, check out, if for free, you can just follow me over here on X, which most of you are viewing me from. What's up, Johnny Parker? Welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. You can also go over, free way to support the channel as well. Go over to my YouTube and my Rumble and subscribe to those channels as well. That is another free way to support. Also, just repost the live, guys. It helps a ton more than you might think. Any Patriot Dad men's Speedo in the merch store in the future, my Euro friends are asking. I will take note, and we will work on that ASAP. I know Chatban has a very popular thong in his store. Man Speedo might be a good choice. We'll jot that down. Very good idea, Chief Boom Boom. Thank you very much. That might become one of our best sellers. I will see what we can do. Patriot Dad, the Speedo. I was a varsity swimmer for 4 years in high school, so I greatly appreciate grape smuggling. So all my European brothers out there, keep smuggling grapes. Keep being you. Also, you can see down here our live schedule, guys. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're here for the evening update at 7:30 p.m. Saturday, which you're here for right now, the weekly update Also, Tuesday topic exchange. Last week's was great. We're trying to get George Santos, guys. If he brings his diva, we're going to try and get him on the topic exchange in one of the coming weeks. That'll be a lot of fun. We've had Brandon Strock on there, Derek Evans on there. We've had a couple of other wonderful interviews, guys. Topic exchange is almost always a wonderful time. It's always a wonderful time. I just tend to fall asleep if it goes anywhere close to midnight because my job gets me up at 4 a.m. And then Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, be back on the 12th. Oh, sorry, on the 16th. My bad. Be back on the 16th for Christina and Shell, the Strange Journey Through the Bible. That is their Bible space at 4 p.m. on Sundays. Check it out. We look forward to seeing you at any of these or all of them. Your support is appreciated as always. Shell says, great idea, Chief Boom Boom. I agree. Keep smuggling grapes, my brothers. Hey, Titan from Johnny. Hey, Johnny from Shell. They're just having, you guys have full-on conversations. I'm just going to, I'll let you guys have your conversation. Fell asleep before you this week. Yeah, you did. That's okay, though. We all fall asleep every now and again. But guys, first section tonight. This week, we are adding a Alladdin updates section because, well, our good friend Alladdin is over in Ukraine now. He left Monday, is in Kyiv, reporting from near the front line. His plan is to get as close to the front line as possible and give us the reality, some good on-the-ground reporting. He plans on being there for 6 months. So if somebody can please throw his, GoFundMe down in the chat so that we can support him in the chat and that we can repost it out. Put it down in the chat, and then also everyone open it up and repost it if you can. Support him if you can afford to do so. He will appreciate it. He is crowdfunding his entire trip for 6 months, folks, reporting to us from Ukraine about the truth because nobody can trust the mainstream media anymore, guys. It's all just bullshit and propaganda. So go ahead and support Alladdin if you can. I am also wearing a shirt today that is one of Tom McDonald's. This was purchased for me by Shell herself. Guys, it reads red, blue, and fuck your feelings. Apologies for the language, but that's just what the shirt says. But guys, here we have Alladdin. This is the face of anger. And pray for the enemy. Please do. He is exercising his land navigation skills. He is doing all kinds of things, guys. He's not over there as just an amateur. He has a lot of experience working with the military and doing other things. So keep him in your prayers so that he stays safe because things like this are happening, guys. This post says, last night, a taxi driver in Kyiv abandoned me on a dark street as curfew loomed and air raid sirens suddenly wailed. He had no choice. He had to drop me off immediately to get home before the cutoff. It doesn't sound good. Moments later, 2 muffled explosions shook the air. My phone's GPS has been disabled for security reasons, leaving me utterly confused. In an unfamiliar territory, it took me more than 2 hours of walking through blacked out streets to finally locate my hotel. Guys, he's not even on the front yet. And he's already dealing with this kind of stuff. And it is his land navigation skills that allowed him to even find it. It's a wild night for sure. Chatbad Robert getting in there in the chat. Also, praying for you. Yes. Praying for your safety. Yeah, guys, he is on the ground to let us know exactly what life is like right now in Kyiv, as well as close to the front line as he can get. That's a kind of bravery. I just do not understand why you would voluntarily do this. We're probably going to have some sort of a conflict here in the United States soon enough. I just don't want to choose to go accelerate the process of exposing myself to that kind of nonsense ahead of time. We had a nice discussion with him in the topic exchange this last week, guys. He actually dialed in, if you will, and we had a nice little conversation. He got himself in trouble in the hotel hallway by talking to us, but hey, it is what it is. Chief Boom Boom, thank you for posting the GoFundMe. Very kind of you. Yes, guys, if you can't open that up, post it out, do whatever you can to try and show your support. So thank you very much. Yeah, guys, he's out there. He's doing the things. And then he's making posts like this. This, he actually is at risk of having to take time off of his reporting on Ukraine to report on things like this. So you have Candace Owens' husband is an MI5 asset. I didn't say MI6 for a reason. If you doubt my claim, subpoena the records for her husband and his involvement in South Africa and Eastern Europe. You guys will thank me later. Guys, Candace is making some outrageous posts. We'll find out if what she's saying is true or not. I really hope it's not, but again, time will tell. Just like most of us that get called conspiracy theorists constantly, give it about 6 months to 2 years, and that timetable is accelerating. But give it 6 months to a year, and most of the time we start finding out that we're right. We just found out this week that it turns out we were probably right about January 6th. Now, that one took a little bit longer, but yeah. So you got here, I'm guessing the Tate brothers too. Alladdin says they are not. Yeah, I doubt it. Okay, thanks. Yeah, she's not pursuing anything. She's spreading gossip and division and misinformation. Name the misinformation. Any division that occurs is not because of her. It's because... So we have a lady in here defending Candace. Sure. Can we get more? I'm in Ukraine covering the war. She just pushed me to a limit where I had to say something. Yeah, guys, he's also threatening to take time off of reporting on the war to expose her and her husband more if they don't stop posting nonsense. I really hope they keep posting because I would love to see Alladdin just tear them up. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see Alladdin tear them a new one? I think it'd be a lot of fun, don't you? Yeah, let's make that happen, Alladdin. I know you're probably not listening live right now, but if you are, or if you're watching this as a recording, please just light her up. That'd be, online with information, not condoning physical violence. Remember that. But guys, that's it for the Alladdin. We're going to keep up to date. We are going to keep posting anytime he posts something new. If we have more updates, I will include it in the next segment of the evening update or the weekly update. He posted the one about the land nav and getting dropped off by the taxi. I think we were actually live when that one got posted last night. But we're going to move on to crime because it turns out crime is pretty widespread. Candace is the female version of Kanye. Yes, Sith Master, and welcome to the chat, Mr. Dad. Good to see you. As a fellow Mr. Dad, it's always a pleasure having you in the chat. So Timcast News posts this one as a man stabbed late Monday night at the Bedford Park Boulevard subway in the Bronx. Police say the victim, about 30 years old, was critically injured and rushed to St. Barnabas Hospital. No arrests yet. And then it's like, oh, do we have any more information? At least the new mayor will send a social worker to help these people with accidentally falling on the knife. Because remember, violence and stabbing are not real, according to the new mayor of New York City. That's right. Somehow, the new Muslim extremist, Islamist, communist that is elected as mayor, and we'll cover that here in a little bit as well, because we have a section on the election, probably doesn't believe the stabbings are real. Just like I'm sure the mayor of London doesn't believe that the knives aren't the problem. He doesn't believe that the Islamists are the problem. No, it's the knives' fault. That's why they're going to blunt kitchen knives. They're not going to have pointy ends on them anymore. But that won't help people from getting slashed. So I don't really understand how that helps. A lot of times they're beheading people. You don't do that with the pointy end of the knife. You do that with the blade end. Just saying. Yeah, guys. Stabbings on the subway already. It's going to happen more, guys. It's going to happen more. We also have this one. I put this in violence because it was not large enough to be some sort of a mass casualty or natural disaster. It does look to be artificial. And by artificial, I mean like a container that was inside of a vehicle, not the gas tank. But let's look at this. This is a vehicle exploded and caught fire, injuring multiple FDNY firefighters. NYPD shut down the area and called the bomb squad. I wonder why they had to call the bomb squad. Well, let's watch this little quick video clip. Oh, yeah, that looked like a propane tank or something. Oh, like that was not just a car. I doubt it, right? Like maybe it was an electric vehicle that had a catastrophic energy release from a lithium-ion battery. I don't know, but it doesn't look like it. That looks like a propane tank to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks normal for a car? I mean, a car here in the United States, not like a car in Afghanistan or Iraq or, you know, somewhere in the Middle East. But yeah, so this was broke to us also by Timcast News. If you're not following them, you should. If you get a chance, definitely watch their show. It's usually a good time. If you're not watching this show, watch this show instead. But guys, Matt Van Swol has a bunch of posts that we have in the crime section because he has been doing a lot of deep diving in the crime stats in Charlotte, as well as this. This is more about elections, but it says I'm naturally not a conspiracy theorist. I've been in the science fields and data science for over a decade, but after seeing all the evidence, I'm becoming more and more convinced the Democrats are cheating to win elections at every available opportunity. It's everywhere. This is a post that we covered just the other night, and we will cover again right now. But guys, check it out. Oh, I can't zoom on the picture. Oh God, the way Zoom works with X pictures needs to be fixed. But guys, this is literally someone asking how they get paid because they're told that they will be paid $100. The post right above the blue text there says each candidate will pay you $100 for your vote. They ask, how do I get paid? I can't afford my electric bill. How long until I get the money after I vote? Can you direct deposit or does it get mailed? To which they respond, after you vote, one of our team members will meet you in her car near your polling place and pay you cash money. So they're offering $100 cash money for your vote to vote for Democrat candidates. This doesn't seem legitimate at all. What's up, Shell? Thank you for supporting from over on Rumble as well. Got to get those view counts up. I appreciate it. Multi-platform viewing is highly encouraged. Just make sure to mute the extra ones. You don't want to hear my voice with multiple delays. That's crazy. I can't do that. Like when I'm at work and someone else in the office has the same meeting on their program going and I have it on my headset and I can hear theirs, the echo. If I need to talk on the meeting, my brain can't do it. It locks up. I don't like it at all. So please, if you have me pulled up in multiple screens, mute all of them but one. That's highly recommended. Shell says, hey, Crispy and Sith. That's right. Hey. Also here, more Matt. Like I said, we got a bunch of his. It's mind-boggling how pretty much every right-wing conspiracy is proven to be 100% true over and over again, guys. So many things that I thought I knew as a fact when I was a liberal have all come crashing down. Isn't it weird how that works, that the tinfoil hats aren't really that crazy? Because it turns out they actually created conspiracy theorist as a derogatory term to try and slander people into being quiet. These were the people that weren't just consuming the narrative that was put forward by the government and accepting it as law. In fact, most of the things the government tells me nowadays, I don't believe. That includes the current administration, by the way, guys. That includes Republicans or Democrat administrations because the Uniparty is still in control of the legislature, regardless of who's in the presidency. The Uniparty is running the government for the most part. The executive branch also still has a bunch of Uniparty operatives in it. Even though Trump's doing better than any president in my lifetime, and MAGA is doing well, there's still a lot of Uniparty in there, guys. Don't just blindly trust anything the government puts out, please. Do a little bit of research, do a little bit of confirmation with multiple sources. You will thank me later. Yeah, guys, undefeated. Maybe not undefeated. There was a couple, right? Like even Alex Jones even admitted that his Sandy Hook thing was a little bit off, right? He says, okay, maybe went a little too far on that one. Still, the judge didn't care, didn't let him present any of the evidence and still fined him like $1.5 billion or gave $1.5 billion judgment to the families. Crazy. Here's more. Matt Van Swol spent last 72 hours running through thousands of arrest records in North Carolina, guys. I've looked at something like 10,000 arrests. And what I've discovered is so shocking, so horrifying, it cannot be a coincidence. Hundreds of individuals are clearly mislabeled in the arrest record system. What, bud? You guys aren't supposed to be playing with that anyway, buddy. Okay. When you use floss, buddy, you're supposed to cut it off. You take some out and you cut it, and then you use it to clean your teeth. Yeah, but it's also not a toy, buddy. Okay? Yeah, that's okay, bud. We'll floss your teeth later, okay? All right. Fantastic. Gotta love. Still gotta be a parrot, guys, because I am the Patriot Dad. It says hundreds of individuals are clearly mislabeled. It's not a one-off or remotely rare. There are hundreds, if possibly thousands, just in North Carolina. Guys, it is not just in North Carolina. It is everywhere. The Democrats, anywhere they are in charge, any big city, they are absolutely mislabeling people. So you got here, same guy, Juan Rivera Fuentes, one arrest record, same personnel ID, right? But one arrest record labeled as Caucasian, the other one labeled as Hispanic. Doesn't seem right. Caucasian, white, other, unknown. Say, it's always Hispanic, for which there is an option, men being labeled. But also, it happens to black people, guys. We see the arrest records. They also mislabel black people as white. They are purposely manipulating the arrest records so that in the future, they can say that white crime is high. And they can make an argument that black crime is low or Hispanic crime is low. And it's all the whites. All the whites are just so violent, guys. Look at the crime stats. Your crime stats aren't reliable or honest. This is intentional, folks. Absolutely. You can call me a conspiracy theorist if you want about it, but there are far too many of them. It is 100% confirmed, without a doubt, intentional that they are listing these people as white. Come at me, bro. You got this one. Holy crap. James Bennett has been arrested for stabbing a man multiple times on a public bus last night in Charlotte. Always Charlotte, guys. Bennett was previously arrested 14 times. Does this sound familiar? This is almost the exact same story that we had about the person who murdered Irina Zaruska. I will not repeat his name. He does not deserve it. I will repeat Irina's name because we should not forget Irina. 14 times previously arrested, stabbed a person in the neck. Shows Bennett following a man to the back of the bus and stabbing him in the chest. Sorry, not in the neck. Stabbed him in the chest. Okay, just as bad. Continued to stab the victim after he fell to the ground, slicing his hand. While the man tried to defend himself, the bystander saved the victim's life by shoving Bennett off of him. Officers who found the victim were able to apply a life-saving chest seal as he was transported into surgery. These judges need to be prosecuted. They are 100% liable. And if they are not legally liable, they should be. Why are judges allowed to release these monsters back onto our streets and face no consequences when they do this again and again and again? 14 is rookie numbers, guys. We've seen reporting of people far higher than. There was like a 15-year-old with 100 arrests. These judges need to be prosecuted. This one's real heartbreaking, guys. 4 repeat offenders in Charlotte shot a 4-year-old boy, and the prosecutors are declining the death penalty. The men have a combined 23 arrests between them, and they killed a 4-year-old. It's time to wake up. Again, guys, these judges need to be held accountable. Call your legislators, call your governor, call your city council. Changes need to be made at all levels of government, that judges at all levels of the judiciary need to be held accountable for these actions. Them releasing these criminals, these violent thugs on the general public is intentional. They are sowing chaos and disorder and fear because those are the mechanisms that they are going to use to try and get more money from you, take away more of your rights, and they're going to make it so that you think it's okay that they continue to do these things. If only you just give them more money, more power, and give away more of your rights, they will fix the problem. The only problem with that, Trump just showed with Washington, D.C., that all it takes is enforcement of existing laws. Trump showed with our immigration system that all it takes is the enforcement of existing laws. You don't arrest and release people, you arrest them and deport them, or you arrest them and you keep them incarcerated. And then suddenly the problem just goes away. It's kind of weird how that works. We don't have to live like this, guys. You got this one, last one that we have in our crime section, where Matt here posts that Adam Mercado, a Charlotte, North Carolina man, has been arrested for a triple murder across 2 counties this week. And he's been arrested a mind-blowing 28 previous times, double the perpetrator of the stabbing. 28 previous arrests, now a triple murder. When will this end? Wake up. Says, I'm having a hard time writing this, but you need to read it. He allegedly stabbed a nearly 70-year-old man in the neck, took his wallet and his car, and then drove it to go murder 2 other 50-year-old men in Monroe, North Carolina. Now, I will not go any further down. I saw the picture that they have. I don't like that picture continues to circulate. We should replace every picture of Irina Zarutska being killed. We need to replace those just with Irina Zarutska. Because the intention is we need to remember Irina. We do not need to continue to show her at the worst moment near the end of her life. So please, if you are listening to this, whenever you post about Irina, please just post her picture. We know what happened, guys. We know that a savage person took her life. We don't need to keep seeing it, though. Support Aladdin. Yep. Okay. Nope, those are old comments. We're going to move into the shutdown, folks. The government is still shut down. Have you noticed anything other than I know Shell noticed a few flight delays. Those were unfortunate. But aside from some flight delays, who here has actually noticed that the government is closed? This post from the 3rd, so this was 5 days ago, was day 34, which means we are at day 39 or 40 right now. Social media manager is still furloughed, but the season's greetings should say Merry Christmas, guys. I'm tired of this happy holiday season's greetings bullshit. It's Merry Christmas, please. That's it. Merry Christmas. I also love the sombrero, guys. The sombrero memes will continue until morale improves and until the government reopens. The House Republicans, this from Speaker Mike Johnson, have passed a clean CR funding bill just like the one the Democrats voted for 13 times under Biden. So what changed? Democrats decided to demand $1.5 trillion in new spending as the price to keep the government open, including $200 billion for free health benefits for illegal aliens.
Nope.
No, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game, homie. Says they demanded that they appease the far left base and avoid their wrath. That's why they closed the government. We have a post from Gardner. Gardner, you want to give me a little bit of context there, my guy? You're just dropping a link in there. At least tell me what it is. Did you say messed up holidays and sombreros? Okay, well, okay, let's see what you got there, bud. Holidays and sombreros. Oh, yes. Very good. Feliz Navidad. Here it is. The dollar stores are preparing for the Schumer shutdown to last into the Christmas season. There are Santa sombreros already on sale. That's like a combination of a Thanksgiving pilgrim hat with the buckle on it, the Christmas colors, and a sombrero format, guys. This is like multiple holiday, multicultural sombrero. Big fan. Thank you for sharing that with us, Gardner. That is wonderful. Oh, guys, you can always count on Gardner throwing in a good one every now and again. Thank you very much for sharing that. And I did say it. But screw your happy holidays. It's Merry Christmas. Yeah, guys. They voted on this clean CR multiple times under Biden. They're refusing to vote on the clean CR because they want to attach it to healthcare. They want to attach it to ACA subsidies. They want to attach it to give money to criminal aliens. They want to... You bought 3 of them, Gardner? That's wonderful. Keep it up. Guys, they want to attach it to SNAP. They want now air traffic control. They now want you to feel awful that all these federal people are out of work for so long. You should feel awful. They're trying to ratchet up the pressure and blame Republicans, guys, but it's not going to work. This isn't the Republican shutdown. Nice try, buddy. What's up, MK? Welcome to the chat. Hopefully your husband is continuing to recover and do better. Again, guys, prayer works. We prayed for MK's husband on the stream. If anyone else has any prayer requests, please make sure to leave them in the chat. Timcast News, USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins says federal audit is underway to root out deep fraud within the SNAP program, citing fake recipients, shell stores, and illegal immigrants tied to recent arrests. She accused 21 Democrat states of withholding data needed for the oversight, calling it a systemic failure. Got here, SNAP benefits from the White House, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, many-fold, during crooked Joe Biden's disastrous term in office, due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP. Yes, guys, it is not supposed to be for the able-bodied who just don't want to go to work, right? The purpose of SNAP is for those that can't work or that are between jobs and don't have access to some other form of charity. I still don't think the federal government is really the place for this. I don't even think state government is. If you're such a shitty person that your own community won't support you, your own church won't support you, you have a hard time convincing me that you need to steal my money in the form of taxes at the point of a gun to fund your nonsense if you aren't upstanding enough to be supported by your church or your community. I'm just saying. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Yeah, you mad, bro? Yep. Translation, time to get a job, you filthy commies. That's right, Sam. Get a job, commies. You got this one. This very hungry and emaciated woman who is obviously about to starve, crashing out because of her missed food stamps.
Man, please calm down. Man, you gotta calm down. Tammy, get out of there. She's gonna hurt you. Bobby, you too. Get the hell out of there.
Bobby, get out. Bobby. Yeah, Bobby, not worth it, man. She might eat you. She doesn't have food. I mean, she looks like she's starving. She might eat you, Bobby. Get out. MK says, husband is doing better every day. Thank you all for the prayers. Baby arrived healthy. I'm so grateful to God. That's what I'm talking about, MK. Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to hear that, MK. Absolutely, yes. And Bobby, get out before she eats you.
Ma'am, calm down. I can help you. Stop slamming our computers and printers.
Yeah, that lady, she was coming at him. Look at this. She's coming right for us. If you've seen that episode of South Park, just saying, this lady might be putting somebody's life at imminent danger. Be careful if you want to crash out like this in public, guys. It may not end very well for you. Shell says, congratulations again, MK, and glad to hear about your husband's prayers continuing from us. Yes, it's very good to hear, guys. Again, if you have any prayer requests, just let us know, guys. Staggering number, just in errors. This from Gardner himself, moderator of Doge. You can see right here, posted in the Doge community. Oh, you can't. It cuts it off. That's fine. This is a community post from Doge. Staggering number just in errors caught during the application process. Is this not? This does not include the millions, possibly billions wasted that he refers to in the video below. Video below. Oh, yes, this video. Let's pull it up and listen.
Is we sent letters to every governor in America being very clear that no illegal aliens can use SNAP. 0, 0, 0. We asked every state for the first time in history, and this was in February.
So they're not supposed to be able to, but we're always told they can't, right? Illegals can't vote. Illegals can't use government assistance. Illegals can't do any of this, right? That wouldn't be legal. Of course, them being here isn't either, and they absolutely do access these services.
To send us their data and let us, with Doge and a war room, actually start going through this data to better understand how this explosion of SNAP benefits happened under Joe Biden.
You know exactly how. Everybody that applied got them, whether they were legal or not. I don't always crash out, but when I do, I make sure it's on camera. That's right, Crispy. You make sure that your crash outs are well documented, and make sure you also post them to all social media. That way everybody can enjoy them. Because if you crash out in public, but nobody records it, did you really crash out? This sounds kind of like the bear shitting in the woods or the tree falling, you know? If you crashed out and it's not on camera, did you really crash out? It's hard to say.
We increased almost 40% on this program in just a couple of years under the Biden administration. Of course,
guys, that's crazy. That's criminal. 40% expansion in 4 years of SNAP.
we know they were trying to buy the election, but that's a conversation for another time.
Yes, it is. Were they trying to buy votes? Were they trying to import untold millions of criminal aliens and offer them free everything to try and buy votes? But I thought illegals don't vote.
And since we have asked for that data, 29 states have complied. Of course, almost all the red states, a couple of couple blue states too. But in that data, and I haven't talked about this yet publicly, in that data we've studied about $100 billion in spend.
Okay.
We have found thousands and thousands of illegal use of the EBT card. We have been moving people off of SNAP. We've got almost 700,000 people, I think, we've moved off just since the president took office. We've arrested about 118 people. So this has been ongoing. But, Rachel, to your point, what this conversation has allowed is a national spotlight on a broken and corrupt program.
Yep, guys, it's awful. SNAP is being abused like crazy. The other interesting things, guys, Brooke Rollins is a female. I thought Trump hated women. I thought Trump was a sexist, misogynist, right? Why would he put a woman in charge of the agriculture? Why would he make a woman agriculture secretary, guys, if he's such a bigot, sexist, misogynist? Why does he keep putting women in positions of authority? Maybe because he's not all the things that they say he is. That's what makes the most sense to me, guys. A real misogynist does not put a bunch of women in positions of authority. Like, they don't. Like, I don't even know if I support it. Seems to be doing a decent job, guys. We'll keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on all of them, really. If anyone in the administration is doing a shitty job, they need to make sure to get rid of him, guys. His first administration, that's one of the major complaints I had about Trump's first term. He had a bunch of people in positions that were not good at their positions, and they were not fired. Fauci. Excuse me. The questionable Gardner here, Mr. McGovern thinks that people don't make enough money. He wants another $1.5 trillion for their companies. Prior to the Schumer subsidies, they made less than $10 million each. So, if each one of these people made less than 10, let's check on them today, shall we, folks? Molina's CEO, look at that, $180 million. That's a lot more than 10. Cigna, this guy's getting $37 million. CVS Aetna, $30 million. Humana, $30 million. Elevance, $24 million. United Health Group, $23 million. Centene, a measly, paltry $8.2 million, guys. These CEOs, she's obviously probably crashing out because her SNAP benefits got cut off. Oh, yes. And that Shell says, you're so welcome. I myself could use some prayers. If you have a specific request that you wish to make public, Shell, go ahead and leave it in the chat. Otherwise, in a little bit, we can do a general prayer. It's up to you. I don't want to share things that I'm not supposed to share, so I'll leave that up to you. Yeah, guys, these healthcare companies are making ridiculous sums of money now. The healthcare system, the Unaffordable Care Act, is broken. It needs to be repealed. It doesn't need to be subsidized. It needs to be cut out and disposed of. This good meme from Dr. Clown, PhD. This is accurate, guys. The No Kings protests, they vanished real quick, but then what took over? What took their place? The same people coming out and saying, hey, government, feed us. This is a really good meme here, guys. No Kings, but give me free clothes, food, and housing. Last week, no Kings. This week, send me food, King. It is interesting how that works, isn't it? It's almost like the NGOs paid them to say one thing, even though they really thought something else. Praying Shell, God is good. God is good. Answers prayers in all kinds of ways, guys. But the one thing that we have to remember, do not judge God for answering your prayer in a way that you do not understand, right? We cannot understand as humans God's plan for us. We don't know if a hardship that we're going through is to set us up to be better suited and set up for a better outcome in a completely different aspect of our life. Right? You don't like losing a child, losing a family member, having all kinds of tragedy happen in your life isn't fun to go through. But you know what? A lot of times it hardens us. It makes us better suited to deliver the results in the future that we would not have been able to do without that hardship. And it may not even be us, guys. We are not always the person that is going to be the main character of the story. Maybe the only interaction we have is that we need to be toughened up enough to give somebody else support because they're going to do something great for the world. We have to be willing to accept that. So just remember, Crispy says, God answers your prayers through your actions. Thank you, MK. God is good. Yes, Shell, that is true. But yeah, keep that in mind, guys. Your prayers don't always get answered the way that you want. Sometimes it's the opposite of what you want. But in the end, when you reflect on it, the prayer answer was there. Timcast News, John Thune, Senate Republicans are pushing a plan to reopen parts of the government by funding veterans programs, agriculture, and Congress. Can we just not fund Congress? But whatever. While extending temporary funding elsewhere, Democrats insist the deal must include Obamacare subsidies. That's right, guys. Now we have Democrats coming out and saying, look at us, we're being reasonable. We are willing to do a temporary 1-year extension and say, look, we will fund this. We will fund the government, do a CR for 1 year. If only you're willing to authorize a 1-year extension for the ACA subsidies. Look at us. Aren't we very nice?
Nope.
Not interested in extending the subsidies for the Affordable Care Act. The CEOs in these healthcare companies are rich enough. The healthcare companies themselves have made enough in profits at our expense. I'm not interested in it, man. I'm just not. So that's the reporting on this, guys. They're claiming that they're being so magnanimous by being willing to compromise if all we do is give in to their demands. Crispy says,
Nope.
I agree. We're going to leave that and get into elections. We had a couple of elections this week. Tuesday, we had some state elections. We had some governorships and attorneys general and other things that were up. We had Prop 50 in California that passed. So you got this, the mail-in ballots. Huge scam for 2026. So let's just watch this White House briefing real quick. Caroline Leavitt, folks.
Legal and criminal review. By whom and why? And also, in this vein, does the White House still plan to issue an executive order banning mail-in voting, and what legal authority do you have to do that?
The White House is working on an executive order to strengthen our elections in this country and to ensure that there cannot be blatant fraud, as we've seen in California with their universal mail-in voting system. It's absolutely true that there's fraud in California's elections.
Yes.
It's just a fact.
It's just a fact there, ma'am.
It is just a fact. They have a universal mail-in voting system, which we know is ripe for fraud. And if you want to deny that, I'm happy to provide you all of the evidence for it. I'd be glad to send that to you after this briefing.
Rigged.
Fraudulent ballots that are being mailed in the names of other people, in the names of illegal aliens who shouldn't be voting in American elections.
Universal mail-in ballots, guys, is crazy. If you're registered to vote, they're just sending them to you, to your address on record. If you've moved, they're sending them to you. If they've registered 86 criminal aliens at the same address, guess what, guys? 86 ballots are going to go straight to that address with a bunch of people's names on them that have no right to vote. They don't care. It's ripe with fraud.
There's countless examples, and we'd be happy to provide them. As for executive action the White House is taking, yes, we are looking into that. And like any executive order, of course, any executive order the president signs is within his full executive authority and within the confines of the law.
So, yep. Suck it, reporter. Shuck it long, shuck it hard. This came out also while we were streaming, guys. President Trump has officially endorsed Vivek Ramaswamy for governor of Ohio, calling him young, strong, and smart. It's true. Vivek being endorsed by Trump for governor of Ohio. President said Ramaswamy will fight tirelessly to grow the economy, secure the border, and defend the Second Amendment. He's also one of the key architects of Doge, guys. So if you can get him in a state like Ohio, hopefully he can start doging Ohio real hard, fires half the state government and fills it with H-1Bs. Let's hope not, Mike. Let's hope not. A lot of people seem to be not thrilled about this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Give me your, what are your feelings about Vivek for governor of Ohio? I think it's a decent choice. I haven't seen a whole lot of red flags, but hey, you guys share them with me if you have them. This one's fun. This one's a lot of fun. Men should have to pay extra taxes for being single at the age of 30. What do you guys think about this? Taxes go towards financial incentives for married couples to have children. That solves the birth rate. Boom, you're welcome. Really, it does. It's all the men's fault. Okay, if we're single at 30, then we pay extra taxes. To which Tim says, okay, agreed. But also, a woman who doesn't have children after 35 can't vote. I think this is a funny response. I think it should be more like, I don't know, 30. Maybe it would keep people out of pursuing their career before having children. Shell says Vivek would be good for Ohio, in my opinion. Well, I seem to agree. This some of the comments says if she has a child at 36, would she get her vote back? Let me guess. No. You shouldn't be if you're involuntarily child. Okay, no. All she gets is a kid with autism. Wow. Also possible. We're going to move on, though, guys. Mom of Dad, a Republican. Jenica's mom posts this one. How did we get from here to here, guys? That is a very good question. How did we go from in 2001, the largest terror attack on U.S. soil being perpetrated by Muslim extremists that hijacked 2 planes in New York and crashed them into the World Trade Center, hijacked a 3rd plane, crashed it into the Pentagon, and a 4th plane that crashed into the fields, and I believe it was Pennsylvania. Fact check me on that. It's been a while. To now we have elected a Muslim Islamist communist to mayor of New York. Like, how did we get here? Gardner says conservative infighting at a Democrat party that continued to move further left. Yeah. Fake birth certificate from Hawaii. That's decent. That's one of those conspiracy theories I'm still waiting for. These. Ah, yes. The old Trump cards, if you will. Yeah, the mainstream media definitely did a lot of damage in that one. You know who else helped? The Soroses. This picture of Alex Soros with Mamdani. It's a big club, guys, and you and I are not in it. This is the Deca Millionaire and Billionaire Club, guys. So proud to be a New Yorker. The American dream continues. Truly unbelievable that people would want to be led by people like this. Why, though? To which Native Patriot points out, Maurice, because they're tools, NPCs programmed to hate you and have been programmed that these people are their allies. Yes, that is exactly how we get these people voted for. Alpha Fox, who's been joining us in our chat every now and again. You're always welcome here, Alpha. Thank you very much. Zohran Mamdani is already planning on implementing a form of Sharia law once he gets elected. And guys, we're already seeing posts of Muslims that are coming out and saying that they want to implement Sharia in New York. They are saying Aloha Akbar or Aloha Snack Bar or whatever you say. Like, they're saying that a bunch now. They're celebrating the election of a Muslim Islamist. Crispy says, escape New York, the new reality games. Yeah, it's got to get bad, guys. It's got to get real bad. So let's check this video out. It's 50 seconds, not too long.
Today, federal watchdog has just filed 100.
We're going to have to watch this afterwards, guys. I hate these videos that have the... You know what? Let's just read it. It says, today, a federal watchdog has filed a $100 million lawsuit on the racist Zohran Mamdani, a federal discrimination lawsuit detailing his hatred against white people including the fact that he said he wants to tax New Yorkers, quote it, for folks to shift the tax burden from overtaxed homeowners in the outer boroughs to more expensive homes in richer and whiter neighborhoods. Explain why you are bringing race into your tax proposal. That's just a description of what we see right now. White New Yorkers at a higher rate than any other race, folks. It's despicable. It's also illegal if you look at the Civil Rights Act, guys. Discriminating or punishing somebody based solely on an indelible trait like their race is not allowed. But he wants to tax you more if you're a white person living in one of the nicer areas. Interesting, isn't it? Also, we have an Indian immigrant, Muslim woman, Virginia's lieutenant governor. So we have a CIA operative that got elected to governorship, Ms. Spamberger. We have a Muslim Indian immigrant that is now the lieutenant governor. And then we have Jay Jones, the guy who wants to see the children of his opponents murdered and let the wife watch her husband die. That guy got elected to attorneys general in Virginia. Guys, Virginia is kind of cooked now. New York is absolutely cooked. And then it's like, oh, wait, again, how did we get here? Well, here's Linda Sarsour talking about it. She is from CARE.
Right now, I'm a little more quiet because I'm on the quiet side of this race. But I'm going to tell you that once November 4th comes around, I will tell the story. The story is not just that it's random that Zahran ascended to this place. It is our Muslim American communities. And I'll also say that it's Muslim money. The PACs that have supported Zahran, or a particular PAC that has supported Zahran, is probably over 80% of Muslim American donors in this country.
High net worth Muslim donors. PAC money got Zoran elected.
High net donors, grassroots donors. And I want to make the point that the Unity and Justice Fund PAC, which is the CARE Super PAC, was the largest institutional donor to the pro-Zahran PAC in New York.
You don't say. CARE, the Council for American Islamic Relations, which is a group that really probably should just be branded as a supporter of terrorism, their super PAC was the largest contributor, to Mr. Mamdani's campaign. Interesting. Yes, repost the live, please. Karen with this meme, guys. Moving companies in New York today, this was right after the election, guys, they are going to get paid because people are going to be moving out of the state in droves before he takes over. Then you have this, Brandon Strock posting this, socialism just hasn't been done right. It's one of the greatest marketing deceptions ever told to Americans. Again, with the music. Guys, I will just move this one to the end. We need to watch that one. That one will be interesting. This one from Alpha Fox as well. Karen is now off the hook. OK Karen is now being retired in New York City in favor of OK Quran, because the implementation of Sharia that's coming and the Muslim component of that, new saying for New York City. OK Karen is out. OK Quran is in. It's unfortunate, guys, but I recommend every woman out there that's in New York still equip themselves appropriately. I'll just leave this one. It is a way to make yourself resistant to certain individuals, I'll just say, and you'll be very tasty. Because I don't know too many men that are American men out there that don't love the taste of bacon. Just saying. Yep. You got to do this, ladies. It's a must. If you're still living in New York City, buy yours today. And as Shell pointed out, guys, repost the live, please. Let's get those numbers up. We are currently live, as it shows here. You can absolutely leave me your tip. I will enjoy it very much. I will use it to help fund operations. You can also go to my website, patriotdad.org. You can buy me a cup of coffee there. You can check out the links to my Rumble channel, YouTube channel, my X account. You can also find my company's website and Discord, my Patriot Dad Discord, and our merch store. Like I said, we had a meeting today about adding new merch designs. We are starting that. I have added team members to my merch store to start working on more designs. So I will be letting you know here in the coming weeks when we get those in stock. So keep an eye out for those as well. It's another way to support. But guys, if all you can do is repost the live, make a couple of comments down in the chat, and subscribe to my Rumble and YouTube channel. All those are free to do. Everything helps support, folks. I will greatly appreciate it. So thank you. And our live schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Tuesday. You can also find Christina and Shell on Sundays, just not this Sunday. Skipping this Sunday, folks. Back next Sunday. Check them out. We're going to move on to the government section, folks. This one is a UK man overseas got arrested for possessing the recipe for gunpowder. Not in possession of gunpowder itself, but just having the recipe for gunpowder. It turns out the Chinese developed gunpowder thousands of years ago, but for some reason having it written down in the UK now is an arrestable offense. That's unfortunate. The UK has fallen, folks. That's pretty ridiculous. Yep. Just having the recipe, folks. How dare he? But if you don't have it yet, National Association for Gun Rights went ahead and dropped this in here. It is 75% potassium nitrate, 15% charcoal or carbon, and 10% sulfur. Simplified equation for burning of black powder. There you go, guys. This is everything you need to know. Charcoal, saltpeter, and sulfur. Yeah, this is what gets you arrested in the UK, folks. But because we're here in the United States, you can look at this and not be under arrest. That's worth a follow. I'm not. Hey, am I already following? I'm not. You know what? They're getting a follow from me as well, live here on stream, folks. Crispy says, always carry bear spray. If you're going to be anywhere near a bunch of progressives, I highly encourage you to carry bear spray. This is one of my favorite things of all week, folks. This posted by Steve Loves Ammo. This is how you should absolutely treat your local politicians when they do nonsense. So check this out.
I'm the father of the small child and the woman that were hit by the 90-mile-an-hour driver. And this commission has remained silent. What's wrong with you? You had Harry Falk send me an email saying you wouldn't discuss the case with me. You would only discuss it with a woman with a traumatic brain injury. Are you nuts?
Oh, you're a family member. We can't let you talk about the thing. I can only talk to the victim. It's like the victim can't talk to you right now. Talk to me. Talk to me.
That's my son. I'm the father. You threaten me with arrest if I continue to call the DA asking questions. I have humbly asked them.
Sir, you're here to address the board, not the people here.
Okay. You might get what you asked for.
Okay, then let's talk about you, asshole.
That's what I'm talking about. Don't take that shit from your politicians. If they're acting stupid, call them out on it. If they're acting ridiculous, ridicule them. It's literally the definition of ridiculous. Deserved of ridicule.
You've blocked me from free speech, not a fighting word, protected. Pipe down, Eric. You have blocked
Pipe down, Eric.
me from 4 public forums. All of you are going 42-1983. I'm ripping your qualified immunity right off of you, sir. Oh, it's coming, buddy. You're a smug one. The clock is ticking.
Ooh, guys basically saying you're violating my rights. I'm going to strip you of qualified immunity, which if you guys don't understand the concept of qualified immunity, it is what public officials like police and other folks get. If they are doing their job, actions they take while executing said job are legally protected and they are not liable for those actions. If you do things to compromise that, though, and you get that stripped from you, then you can be personally liable for actions that you have taken, especially if they are actions that have violated somebody's civil rights. I hope he goes after. Get him. Get Eric. Sounds like he deserves it. But guys, absolutely talk to politicians like this. Most politicians are not good people. Talk to them as they deserve to be talked to. Here is a nice video that we have of the U.S. military capturing another fishing boat where they've seized over 5,000 pounds of fish and apprehended nearly 60 fishermen. as part of Operation Pacific Viper. Look at that fishing boat. Very nice. Couple of large outboard motors on it. Kind of limited space for storing those blue barrels of fish, but hey. Yeah, these guys aren't messing around. Like, don't be a fisherman in the Caribbean, guys. If you're making a run of fish between the Caribbean and the United States, like, if you're running fish, you might be in danger. A very interesting fishing boat. Very, very interesting indeed, isn't it? I just realized I had it the wrong size the whole time. Why didn't nobody say anything? It's stream delay, I know. Look at that fishing boat, guys. It's a wonderful fishing boat. Probably carries all kinds of blue barrels of fish. Maybe duffel bags full of fish. You know, from the Caribbean fish to the United States, guys. So they captured some more. They've also carpe scrotum. That is a crazy keychain, guys. Grab life by the balls. I don't think that's a direct translation, but I'm going to let it go. 0 hour with this post, guys. And government terminate the filibuster. I was not necessarily on board even last week, guys. I was like, no, this could be a dangerous idea. I don't think we should do it. It's like, nope. You know what? Now, full send. Terminate the filibuster. Bring it back right before Trump leaves office. The Democrats are going to get rid of it anyway. Who cares? Just do the things. We still have a minor majority. Very small majority. Narrow. That word. Narrow majority, guys. We need to take advantage of it while we can. We need to pass the common sense things like voter laws before it's too late. Jack says, yup. Questionable Garter, and a major move to reduce spending of taxpayer money. Ross Vought and others in the administration are working hard to reduce redundant and unneeded workers. Let's check it out. Derek Evans posted this one.
Inflation, we've slashed the size of government for the first time in years, and we're waging total war on waste, fraud, and abuse like we've never done before. Since January, 100,000 bureaucrats have left the federal payroll.
Hell yeah. 100,000 bureaucrats, folks.
Government spending is down 2.5% this quarter compared to 1 year ago. Think of that. And in stark contrast to last administration, 100% of all new jobs created in America under my administration have been created in the private sector.
Oh, that is huge, guys. 100% of jobs created under President Trump so far have been created in the private sector. That is a stark contrast with the public sector jobs that were created and the fact that most jobs under the prior administration were taken by immigrants. Not native-born people, but immigrants. So it's good to see that private jobs are up. American jobs are up. And as Gardner points out, guys, 100,000 people is a huge reduction in payroll costs because it's not just salaries, guys. It's salaries and benefits. It's bonuses. It's per diems and car expenses and phone expenses and all of the total compensation, right? It's not just salary. It's an insane amount of money, guys, that we're saving now because those people are no longer in the government. I love to see it, guys. Love to see it. Jenica's mom here posts also, am I the only one who believes healthcare costs for families would drop dramatically if insurance companies were to act as insurance is intended? A stopgap measure instead of dictating every doctor visit and x-ray. I don't have the answer to do away with Obamacare, but it's an expensive, punitive system that turns your healthcare decisions over to insurance company. It's not working. It really isn't. And then you look at this one, Gardner, and if an insurance wants to participate in the ACA, they have to become a not-for-profit company first. That solves $70 billion a year, plus removes 300 to 700% stock valuations. Yeah, guys, the fact that these insurance companies that are publicly traded have just exploded in value since the passing of the ACA should tell you an awful lot. It's a scam, guys. It's absolutely a scam. Look at this table alone. Profits, earnings from operations in 2013 compared to 2023. United Health Group went from $7 billion to $32 billion in profits. Cigna, 1.8 to 7.4. CVS, $6 billion to $13. Elevance, $4 to $8. Humana 1.9 to 4, Centene 157 million to 2.9 billion, Molina 105 million to 1.6 billion. Those profits, folks, in 10 years went from 22 billion to 70 billion. That is an over tripling of profits. How's your healthcare doing? Is it 3 times as good, or is it just 3 times as expensive but half as good? Yeah, that makes it about 6 times as expensive as it was if you just do simple math. And that was just me spitballing, guys. That's not actual numbers. But you also got this one, guys. Donald Trump, major health insurance company stock performance after Obamacare. United Health Group is up 1,177%. Cigna 800%. Anthem 414%. Humana is up 490%. Molina, 859%. Centene, 604%. Aetna, with a little asterisk there, 595% increase in stock value from 2010 to 2025. That's over a 15-year period, guys. Do you think that maybe the health insurance companies and their contributions to Democrats are the reasons that you can't afford health care? It's not the Republicans, folks. It just isn't. Sherry, look at that. Ask yourself, who did Obamacare really help? It wasn't you and me. It was not. Obamacare didn't make healthcare affordable. It made insurance companies filthy rich. The middle class got crushed while big insurance cashed in. Premiums up, coverage down. Yeah, 100%. And we're going to get back. I had this a little bit out of order. I apologize. This is POTUS's, Mr. Trump's video on the filibuster and what the government needs to do next. This is a message to the legislature, folks.
Republicans, regardless of the Schumer shutdown, the Democrats will terminate the filibuster the first chance they get. They will pack the Supreme Court of the United States, pick up 2 states, that's a lot of states, and add at least 8 electoral votes. Their 2 objectors are gone. Remember, Sinema and Manchin, they're gone. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid, Republicans. Fight, fight, fight. Win, win, win. We will immediately end the extortionist shutdown, get all of our agenda passed, and make life so good for Americans that these deranged Democrat politicians will never again have the chance to destroy America.
Yeah, guys, that's the big thing right now. We're so close to the point where it's a tipping point. If it goes too much further, guys, there is no going back. At least not peacefully. At least not following a process that is a legal process. We're very close to that tipping point, guys. If Trump hadn't won this last election, I think we'd already be past that tipping point, and we may already be. But we need to do everything we can to try and get us from falling off of that ledge.
They tried to destroy your country. Republicans, you will rue the day that you didn't terminate the filibuster. Be tough, be smart, and win. This is much bigger than the shutdown. This is the survival of our country. Terminate the filibuster, and let's live the great life that this country is capable of living.
Yes, I really couldn't have said it much better myself, guys. Like I said, just a week or 2 ago, I was not 100% on board with terminating the filibuster. I have since refined my position and decided that I'm okay with it. So you can see here his call, Caroline Levitt reposting out his truth and the video with it. Something else that we decided to start doing, guys, is retesting our nuclear arsenal. The president has decided, and I am on board with, we need to start testing our nuclear stockpile again. We need to start making advances with our nuclear stockpile. We need to start getting more creative with the weapons that we carry in our nuclear stockpile. If I'm going to spend money in the government, it's going to be on things like this. It should not be for things like, I don't know, food for people that can work and criminal illegal aliens getting benefits that they have no right to. What? No, not usually. They don't pee out of their bottom, bud. No. Yes. So do you. This is a very strange anatomy discussion. I don't know why I'm having it with my 4.5-year-old. What? Because you're asking weird questions, boy. I'm going to stare at you. No, you don't come on camera, buddy. You know better. What can I help you with, bud? What? You want to say something?
I love America and dinosaurs.
Go. Okay. So the boy loves America and dinosaurs, folks. That is breaking news. Breaking news, everyone. My boy loves America and dinosaurs. A little boy is ridiculously cute. All right. Back to testing our nuclear stockpile, guys. We absolutely should be spending money on stuff like this, not on benefits for criminal aliens. I 100% endorse this, support it, and I think it's great. Keep it up. Vandenberg, Space Force Station. Getting more activity. Love to see it. This one's fun. This is the crossover story that is in between the government section and science. This one's funny because Doug Ford, the Premier of Ontario. What? Yes, you don't go in my room. Why?
What do I have to say?
Just tell what you just told me.
Daddy needs a stuffy like Pooh Bear.
I found, okay, this little sidebar. He's upset because I took a stuffed animal that he had left me out of my room and gave it back to him. I did not realize that he had given it to me because he felt bad because Daddy doesn't have any stuffed animals in his room. So he had given me one out of the kindness of his heart. Thank you, buddy. Yep, go ahead and put it back, buddy. Thank you. You're going to give me one too? Okay, apparently now I'm also going to get a stuffed animal from my daughter. But guys, that's adorable. Like, not only does he love America and dinosaurs, he also gave me a stuffed animal for my bedroom because I didn't have one. And he had some extra ones. That's very touching and very nice. Oh, hits you right in the feels, guys. Kids are great. Go have more kids. Anyways, back to Doug. Doug Ford, everyone, scrapped a $100 million Starlink contract because he doesn't like Elon Musk or Donald Trump. But now they're going to miss their rural broadband targets because they have no other alternatives. So right now, this $4 billion program targeting 700,000 households remains active. Yeah, guys, they could have spent $100 million and solved the problem. Instead, they still have $4 billion to spend, and none of their rural broadband customers are hooked up. It's very strange. It's very strange indeed. Doug Ford, you're an idiot. He also did a lot of drugs. I think isn't he the one that got in trouble for smoking crack? Can someone pull that story? I'm pretty sure Doug Ford is the one that got in trouble for smoking crack, isn't it? I mean, he was smoking crack when he made this decision. That's for damn sure. Guys, stop trying to get in the way of Starlink and SpaceX's progress. That's just retarded. Here's a Falcon 9 shot from an Airbus cockpit. We are into science and technology, folks. This is a beautiful shot of what they call the jellyfish effect. The jellyfish effect is beautiful. It's hard to argue with stuff like this, guys. God's creation is wonderful and beautiful. That has to do with the exhaust plume from the rocket being higher up above or in the high parts of the atmosphere. There is very little air pressure to push the rocket exhaust back into a nice little narrow cone. Instead, it just expands because the pressure of the exhaust is higher than the surrounding atmospheric pressure. And when you get real high up, it gets real big. It's very beautiful, guys. I love this effect. I do really want to go watch a launch. That's one of my huge bucket list items for sure. So if anyone else wants to go, we should set up a date. We should all do a group thing. We should go down to either Florida or Texas and go watch a rocket launch, folks. We should do it as a group, hang out together. I think that'd be a lot of fun. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment down in the chat. Also, post out the live, guys. Let's get more people in the chat. We can have a bigger group meetup. Go watch a rocket launch. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. Here you got SpaceX. Just gave NASA a faster moon plan, and it's working. NASA was getting nervous. China is closing in. SpaceX Starship looked ambitious, but behind schedule, so SpaceX did what it does best. It moved faster. They proposed a simplified mission architecture for Artemis 3. They've also completed 49 milestones for the HLS, including full-scale cabin life support, leg drop tests on simulated lunar regolith, and micrometeoroid shield demonstrations. There is 600 cubic meters of pressurized space, nearly 2/3 of the volume of the entire ISS on the Starship. It's a luxury compared to the Apollo's cramped quarters. We will get there. Let's go. Gardner says, topic exchange rocket launch. I'm all about it. How many weetars can fit in a Winnebago? Let's find out. I bet you it's a bunch. But yeah, guys, wonderful things are happening. The Starship program is making huge strides. They're already demolishing the first launch pad. They are in the middle of getting the second one live. They've announced they might even have action by end of year. Guys, SpaceX is doing crazy things well. Road Trip. Great movie, by the way. Great movie. Jeff Bezos posted this one, guys. Going vertical. New Glenn. I'm excited. Anything space, guys, even when it's done by Jeff Bezos. I'm excited for it. Should be a fun launch. That is one large erect rocket. That's why it's called a transport erector, people. Get your heads out of the gutter. The transport erector has erected the rocket on the pad. Looking good there, Mr. Bezos. Let's hope it flies good. And then you got this one. Spaceflight Now posted this. Waiting for the Starlink 1051 launch, our cameras at Kennedy Space Center capture what appears to be a satellite re-entry in the dawn sky. Looks beautiful. Streaking from north to south, about 6:18 a.m. local time. Catching some of this stuff on camera, guys, is just amazing. This is just debris burning up on entry. The majority of this stuff that comes out of orbit, guys, it just burns up in the atmosphere. It never reaches the ground. Every now and again, small pieces of stuff tend to make it, but the people that design these things design them to burn up on re-entry. They are designed to not survive. Otherwise, you would get huge chunks of things landing on random places all over the world. Let's not do that. Let's not be China, guys. China, with its space program, tends to dump rocket first stage bodies in the middle of like villages and stuff. And even worse is they tend to use hypergolic propellants that are highly toxic in those. So they're dumping highly toxic hypergolic first stages on random villages across their country because, well, human life in China is not worth a whole lot to them. It's unfortunate. That's why I don't like the Chinese Communist Party. So sue me. We're going to leave Signs of Tech and get into culture. This post from Sam. It's not even an exaggeration, guys. The biggest threat to Western civilization. It's not Russia. It's not China. It's not even Islam. Even though this week we saw Islam take a huge step forward with the election of Mamdani. But also white liberal women with liberal arts degrees are, according to this bar graph, which is probably not to scale, is almost twice as dangerous as Islam. It's actually probably more accurate than you might think. The liberal women are quite awful. That's literally an acronym for angry white female urban liberals. Must have not been this post, but I think I had posted that on a similar post. Dumbest group of idiots on planet Earth. Let's check this out. This white woman voting. Let's see who she voted for. Who do you think? How it feels to vote for our future mayor after my landlord ripped our Zoran yard sign in half. So she got upset because her landlord ripped the yard sign in half. I wonder why a commercial landlord would not want a communist who is pro-rent control to win the mayor race. What do you guys think? Anyone in the chat? Anyone in the chat know why A commercial landlord, real estate owner would not want a communist pro-rent control mayor to win an election. Anyone. Shell says, let's find out. I would love to do that with my favorite group of weirdos. Yes, the road trip would be great. Gardner says, and we eat the food from the fields their boosters fall in. That's also true. China. Yeah, unfortunately. SpaceX Gardner, another post. But yeah, guys, these liberal white women, absolutely just gross. She's dancing. She's like just super happy that she voted for that communist that's going to implement rent control, which is going to make her apartment more expensive. I know that seems counterintuitive, guys, but if you understand the mechanisms behind rent control, you would understand that now every year, every property owner is going to be raising rents by the maximum allowed amount without fail. Right now, I haven't raised rent on my tenants in my property for a couple of years now. They're great tenants. I don't feel like I have to. It pays its own mortgage. Everything's going great. They're wonderful tenants. Haven't raised their rent. If they did rent control, I would raise the rent every year by the maximum amount allowed. Because if I have a major expense, I can't do renovations. I can't fund those. I can't do anything in the future with rent control. So instead, if they're like, hey, maximum you can do is like 4% rent increase a year, guess what? Every year like clockwork, your rent is going to go up 4%. Not 3%, not 2%. If the maximum allowed is 4%, your rent's going up 4% a year every year, like clockwork. Most insufferable demographic in the universe. From Jack. Yes, that is 100% accurate. Alpha Fox, this is a good reminder, folks. This is a really good reminder. I really enjoyed this post. It's probably why you can see I liked it and bookmarked it. Guys, whatever happened to family dinners, whatever happened to discussions around the dinner table, whatever happened to any of that stuff, this is his post. Before smart devices, we had each other. And that's really all we had. We would talk, discuss things, politics, even with our own kids, because there was no other outlet. Now adults and kids can just sit on their phones and yell into the void, not influencing anyone around them. This is how you lose a generation of voters. Parents not teaching their kids the fundamentals. We need to go back to family dinners where we all sit down without food. That wouldn't be much of a dinner. Without phones, and discuss reality. And here, Alpha, despite my influence on X, I still discuss politics with my kids. Otherwise, how will they know? To which somebody says, agreed, but still Sydney Sweeney, right? Yes. Make dumb phones great again, people. I miss having a wall phone with an answering machine, and that's it. I miss having dumb flip phones, a Nokia 3310 with Snake on it. You know, like anything other than the current smartphones where you're connected to the internet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where people can get a hold of you. And if they can't get a hold of you, they get mad at you, right? Like, think about this. Growing up, when your friend didn't answer the home phone, right? You picked up the phone, you literally dialed, probably like, you know, rotary if you're old enough, but like you dialed your friend and it rang. And it rang. You know, before answering machines, it just rang. And after like 8 or 10 rings, you were just like, well, I guess they're not there. I guess I'll go do something else. And you were perfectly fine with that. Then answering machines came around and people started to think, you know, I left them a message. I deserve a response. They haven't responded yet. It's been a day. Now I'm a little bit upset. That then transitioned into text messages. Hey, I texted you. Why have you not responded immediately? This then translated into social media and internet on your phone to where it's like, hey, look, I have the ability to communicate with anybody on the planet instantaneously for free. If you don't respond to me or read my message immediately, I take personal offense. Somehow, in just 2 generations, we have gone from, oh, it rang 8 times and no one answered. I guess I'll go do my own thing and everything's fine, to you didn't read my message immediately. I'm mad at you. Like, we just need to go back to this, guys. Have those family dinner discussions with your kids. Let them know what reality is. Or else they're going to be dumb and fall for stuff like this. This is one of my favorite videos this week, guys. Exploring. If you haven't heard of this crop, It's because it's not real. If you believe this video, it's because you're uneducated in agriculture and you don't understand that this person is actually just making fun of you. So let's watch it. I love it. I follow agriculture YouTube channels. I lived in Nebraska for 5 years, learned a whole lot about agriculture, from the beef industry to raising cereal crops. It's been a lot of fun, guys. After growing up in the city on the West Coast, like, I didn't know anything about agriculture. Now I do. Educate yourself so you don't fall for shit like this.
We're just absolutely fucked as farmers, guys. Everything is so fucked, and I do not see anybody surviving this farm crisis that we're in. Guys, look, one of the best splorn crops that I have ever raised in my life. And because of the tariffs, China will not fucking buy it. And they are the only country in the world other than, well, they are the only country in the world that buys splorn.
Apparently, China is the only country on earth that will buy splorn. So this poor man raised a gorgeous, the best splorn crop ever. The best. But China won't buy it because of the tariffs.
And so now I'm literally just chopping it and blowing it on the fucking ground because
they're picking it up and chopping it and blowing it into a forage wagon, guys. Like, learn about it. Learn about agriculture a little bit.
It's fucking useless. It's valueless. There's nothing I can fucking do to it.
You could feed it to your cattle.
I am going to need government assistance to make it through this fucking
or crop insurance
crisis until these tariffs end. Look, I've never raised a splorn crop like this, guys.
Yeah.
And this is just fucking heartbreaking to me. I don't know how I'm gonna survive. You know, Trump said he fucking loved us farmers, and here I am just blowing my splorn crop all over the ground.
Guys, the phrasing is wild.
Hopefully he works a deal out where Antarctica and Mars will start buying this splorn and save the farmers.
Okay, if this wasn't a dead giveaway to the people that don't know anything about agriculture, that this video was in fact fake, that Antarctica and Mars need to up their purchases, guys, get help.
I'm sorry, splorn crop, but you're fucked.
Oh, guys, don't let your splorn go to waste. We have one from Gardner. I forgot to open this. I apologize. SpaceX. Everyone else. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is pretty much how it's going right now with SpaceX. Global orbital launches. SpaceX launches more rockets than the rest of Earth combined in 2025 to date. SpaceX has launched 144. The rest of the world, a combined 114 launches this year. Guys, SpaceX is crushing it. Like it points out here, very, very advanced Imperial Navy compared to a still under construction Death Star from what looks like the Return of the Jedi version. He's not wrong. He's not wrong, guys. But yeah, don't let your splorn get blown all over the field, guys. It's just a damn shame when you're just losing your splorn all over the place. Guys, Sydney Sweeney was a huge culture component this week, just like she was during the Good Genes era, right? That Sydney Sweeney was a good Sydney. Now we've got this Sydney. Seems like Sydney Sweeney is stirring up fragile nerves on the left again, living rent-free in their heads, guys. President Trump says, hey, Sydney, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm living here rent-free too. Cool. Yeah, Democrats are losing their mind. It was the return of Grok. Oh, I see what you did there, Gardner. I see what you did there. Not the Return of Jedi version. You're correct. The Return of Grok. Yeah. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney, guys, living rent-free. And why? Probably because of interviews like this. This was my... Oh. Just look at her face, guys. The judgment. Just the pure judgment. Sydney Sweeney gives a masterclass on how to deal with loaded leftist questions. She was asked about her criticism of her as a white person joking about genetic superiority. Just listen to this, guys, and watch her facial expression. And I know I don't have to tell you this, guys, but watch her chest. You can watch her chest rise and fall as she's getting very frustrated and annoyed. Look at her eyes. Look up here. Women have eyes, guys. Look up here. See her. See how she's looking. This is that look that you always hear about. This look. If you get this look from a woman, you probably fucked up. Just saying. So the look, but then watch her chest rise and fall as she is just getting exasperated.
The criticism of the content, which was basically that maybe specifically in this political climate, like,
God, word salad. Nobody likes salad. I'm not a vegan. Stop it.
white people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking.
Like, totally. Like, aren't you a journalist? Jesus.
And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
Like specifically?
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
Basically, I don't want to talk about that. You can go shove it. And if I felt like talking about it, you would know. That's all. She has made her page private after all the backlash. Oof. I mean, it was pretty awkward. I haven't seen any of her other work, so like I'm not going to say as a journalist she's not good, but like it was not a good question. Then Gardner has this one. Yeah, this is a good follow-up here, Gardner. Lexi Lore, the fire, the passion, and determination behind those stares, they are very eerily similar, aren't they? The way that those two women look at you and then flip you the bird. Yeah, guys, 100%. Lexi said, oh, yeah, haha. Like this awkward, like the posture is bad. Like the facial expressions are bad. Both of these women on the left, and then look at the women's on the right. The women's. Look at the women's is on the right. They both look similarly irritated. That's awesome that Lexi followed you after that. I'm just going to go, oh, she already follows. Oh, look at that. Follow back. There you go, Lexi. Good work. Love it. I'm going to go ahead and like that as well. Thank you, Gardner, for sharing that with me. You also are going to get a like. Somehow I had somebody following me before they followed you, Gardner. I don't know. That's rare. Rare W for Patriot Dad. But guys, Sydney Sweeney, great culture. Here's another great follow-up from Freckled Liberty, also a fun member of the community. You got this, the analysis of the two participants, guys. You have a weak, insecure, hates her own race, loves other races more, unserious, probably wants to be a man. Let's compare that to direct, stoic, proud to be white, beautiful, and proud to be a woman. We're proud you are a woman, Sydney. So keep it up. You're doing great. But yeah, guys, these posts, obviously, it's like, oh, I fixed it. Probably wants to be a man. Unserious, loves other races more, insecure, direct, stoic, proud to be white, beautiful, proud to be a woman. Isn't that the same? I'm looking for the difference. I don't see the difference. Does anyone see it? When someone finally swipes right. Oh no, that's brutal. But yeah, guys, we're gonna start to round out our culture section, but this one from Alpha as well. Could this be why Charlie Kirk was taken out? I don't know. Let's see what Charlie has to say. We miss you greatly, Charlie. You were the best of us. You were the nicer version of us. Let's see what he has to say.
Islam is not compatible with Western civilization.
Okay, we're coming out hot, folks. Upfront statement. Islam is not compatible with Western civilization. Where are we going to go from here?
Period. I'm not talking about individual. We're talking about the macro ideology where many of them gather together and what that metastasizes into.
Implying cancer. Good use of words.
So I want you to try to filter out any individual interactions,
Okay.
because that is a distraction from what is happening civilizationally.
Yeah, at the micro level, your anecdotal observations of some Muslims and Islamists who might be decent people, right? Like that perspective compared to the overarching ideology and the average effect of them on the world, your anecdotal evidence is insignificant.
How is it incompatible? Number one, we as Christians believe in freedom of speech. We believe that it is our birthright. Islamists do not believe in freedom of speech, period. You cannot question Muhammad. You cannot make fun of him. You cannot question the state. Number two, they do not believe in freedom of expression or freedom of religion. In Islam, in the verses, you are allowed to lie. You are allowed to deceive.
Taqiyya. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Taqiyya.
In front of God, as long as it advances the aims and goals of Islam. You are allowed to masquerade a different version of yourself. A foreign concept to those of us as Christians. Because what is the ultimate value claim of Christianity? It is truth.
Yes.
Because our Lord and Savior,
with a capital T,
is truth, and truth became flesh. At the top of all of it, it is truth. In Islam, it is not truth. Truth is not the ultimate Islamic value. It's not. It's power. It's domination, subjugation, conquest. Islam is taking over by
the
force.
World.
There's a reason why it is a religion of the sword to create a global caliphate.
And we're seeing the effects of that, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing the direct effects of this. Just look at the slaughtering of Christians in Africa. Look at the takeover of Europe by Muslim migrants. Look at all of it, guys. It's everywhere. It's not isolated. It's not just a little bit. It's everywhere. Go to Dearborn and try and tell me that they are not taking over. Just try it. And then you get these weird things. This is the last story we have in culture. I don't know if Robert Johnson ran into this individual because he was just running for a position there in New Hampshire. But we have New Hampshire's first trans representative pleads guilty to child pornography charges and exploitation charges. Is anybody surprised that a trans person is involved in this kind of thing? Like, it seems in general, not specifics, right? There are individuals that are not, but it seems like there are a statistically higher percentage of trans people that tend to be doing this kind of thing. Also pointed out here by Liberal Tier Creator. Eric Swalwell, good friends, and New Hampshire's first trans representative pleads guilty to these charges. Why was Eric Swalwell friends with someone like this? I don't know. Why was Eric Swalwell doing a lot of things, like sleeping with foreign agents from China? Never did hear too much. And wasn't there supposed to be some reporting from Nick Sartor or one of those guys about the recordings and interactions they had at a bar? Whatever happened with that? Does anyone know? Was there ever any follow-up on that? Gardner, Shell, anyone in the chat, did we ever get any follow-up on the recordings of Swalwell that we were promised? I think it was by Nick. You can fact check me on that, but I think one of them reported that they had a recording of him at a bar saying some not good things. Whatever happened with that? But we're going to leave that. We're going to go into memes. Tiffany Fong's retarded account posted this one. JD Vance is so base. The left came at him, tried to make a meme mockery of him, and he just owned it, made a Halloween outfit with it, and just we all embraced it. We love JD for his memery. It's so much fun. It's so much fun, guys, that the not left has a sense of humor. If anything, we just want to laugh again. But it's very difficult to laugh if you're being canceled and you're on the left. So just come join the not left and you can laugh again. Nothing is off limits when it comes to humor, guys. Nothing. You got this one from Sam. We built a wall. We should build a wall around New York to make sure no one flees. Quarantine the mind virus. Otherwise, it spreads. It spreads like this. Democrats will sink their current state and they will step off of it into a red state. And they will be like, I didn't like it. I left and I brought my stupid, idiotic ideas with me. It'll be better over here. And then suddenly over there turns into a shithole, just like the place they left. And they wonder why. Maybe it's because you brought your silly, stupid ideas with you and your voting record with you. How about if you burn a place to the ground and you don't like it, when you leave, you change your ways. You admit that it was you that screwed up. That would be nice, but you'll also never see that kind of internal locus of control or accountability with Democrats. Why don't you have an internal locus? Well, probably because the majority of people on the left have no internal dialogue, guys. Statistically, more than half of the population has zero internal dialogue. They cannot hash out problems inside of their own head and have discussions with themselves. They are just incapable of doing it. And when you understand that fact, the way that the left operates and the NPCs start to make a lot more sense. So Robert Johnson and Sam both brought us this post as a follow-up to Memdani. Guys, New York's cooked. I also really enjoyed this one. This was good. AOC talking to Pocahontas. When you were an Indian, did you kill buffaloes for their little wings? Guys, she is this dumb, right? I'm just saying. The bartender turned multi-millionaire legislator and Twitch streamer. She did not earn it. The Twitch streamer, maybe. She played some video games and, you know, kind of showed cleavage. So, like, I get it. She was also very popular with the left because she's a communist. Sorry, socialist, whatever. But, guys, showing your boobs on game streams is not how you're supposed to be. Like, we shouldn't be endorsing this. We shouldn't be supporting it, men. Do better. It's just a silly, silly way to, like, promote things in general. We should just stop it. We have unbiased crime reports was shared with us. Thank you very much. Oh, we have a couple of stories. Let's cover these real quick before we get to this news came out today. I didn't have this story pulled up, but turns out people believe that they have identified the January 6th pipe bomber. It is alleged to be a former Capitol Police officer and now current CIA agent. And, you know, then they wonder, like, oh, why do we think it was a conspiracy? Why do we think that the government conducted January 6th as a false flag, as an excuse to crack down on your rights and my rights? You know, also when you look at evidence like the fact that the Capitol Police did not evacuate the legislature. It took one Capitol Police officer who I've seen the interview for, where he, without orders, against orders, evacuated the legislators from Capitol Hill. It's almost like the plan was to let people into the building, let people who are agent provocateurs and Antifa people, let them do harm to the legislators themselves as a justification to crack down on rights across the board. You know, because of insurrection. But part of their plan got ruined because that single Capitol Police officer took it upon himself to evacuate the legislature ahead of time, which meant they were not on the floor when they showed up. And then it turns out the pipe bomber is alleged to be a Capitol Police officer, the same person who is using non-lethal ammunition against people like our very own Chad. And then why would she have been wrapped up and rolled up and brought into the CIA? Seems a little odd, doesn't it? So yeah, we're going to keep following this story. It is developing still. This was posted out by Thomas Massey. This is the biggest scandal of my lifetime. Steve Baker did what an $11 billion agency could not do, or worse yet, covered up. He identified the J6 bomber, and she wasn't working alone. Cash needs to make a statement. Tomorrow when this breaks, well, that would have been today, and there was no statement. It is now the weekend. There was no statement. Apparently, I opened the same link twice. That's okay. But yeah, thank you, Karen, for sharing that out. I appreciate it. We have, ooh, gross. Yeah, this one's a good. Meet the future First Lady of New York City, folks. Not odd if you consider the history of the CIA. That is fair, Jack. That is absolutely fair. The CIA and many of our three-letter agencies have a long history of regime change. Since the 50s, they've been doing regime change in South and Central America. Why not here? They've been flooding the inner cities with crack and other drugs. They've been doing medical experiments on minorities. Like, our government has done a lot of awful things, folks. You got this one. I am recommending Senate Republicans that the hundreds of billions currently being sent to money-sucking insurance companies in order to save the bad health care provided by Obamacare be sent directly to the people so they can purchase their own much better health care and have money left over. In other words, take from the big bad insurance companies and give it to the people and terminate per dollar spent the worst healthcare anywhere in the world, Obamacare. Unrelated, we must still terminate the filibuster. This is a great idea, guys. Instead of subsidizing the ACA, how about we just give the money to the people? Seems very, seems actually pretty normal. Let's do that. I like this idea. We have, it looks like another post from Doge shared to us by Shell. Contract update, 5 days. There were 67 wasteful contracts, ceiling value 1.4 billion, saving us 648 million for silly things like a contract for leader as a coach course, USAGM broadcasting contract for broadcast services and hosting operations, technical and maintenance support in Juba, South Sudan, and 1.3 million. Why do you need $500,000 to support a broadcast in South Sudan? That's wild. And 1.3 million State Department for Botswana curriculum. Yeah, no, keep it going, Doge. We have to make Elon proud. That's right. Keep it up, Doge. You guys are doing wonderful work. Please carry it on. I love to see it. You also have Shell posted out her life story. If we could, if you actually just want to post that down in the chat, it's a very long post. Not going to read it all right now, but go check that out. Post the link in the chat. People can follow that up where Shell shares a little bit about her life story, folks. So check that out, please. Opinion column. That is a long one as well. Holy cow. America shows how local Walmart, and says he has never seen it so stocked. Everything is just filled to the max. Turns out people on Snap aren't getting their EBT. Yeah, so we have a huge surplus of things at Walmart. It's almost like Walmart's whole business model is built on profiting on Snap. Probably because it is. And this last one from Shell. Weak men look for a system that protects them. Strong men build strength so they never need saving. Yeah, guys out there, if you feel like you need somebody else's support to live your life, you need to fix it, because you shouldn't be relying on everyone. Installing a new toilet switch. This one from, I don't get it. This one's from Crispy. Crispy, do you want to explain this? You have an electric toilet. What's happening? That is not a small circuit, by the way. Like, what's happening? Can I get an explanation? I'll pull it back up if you can get me an explanation. Anyone in the chat, help me with that one. I love you, Crispy. Oh, and apparently so does Gardner, because he has one in here for you. We have a post in here for Crispy. When people ask me why I'm always snacking on something, it says, without my cookies, I'm just a monster. Yeah, Cookie Monster without cookies is just a monster, guys. That is a fair point. Can't argue with that, guys. That is true. Also, this one From Gardner, Mr. Star Spangled Maga, good morning. Let the sombrero memes continue. Senor Jeffries on his jackass. That is wonderful. I would have gone for like Dana on was it Dana, I think, CNN, the correspondent or anchor lady that looks like a horse face. Yeah. But I mean, AOC works too. Don't get me wrong. Senor Jeffries on his jackass, folks. That is wonderful, Gardner. Thank you very much for that one. Love it. And do we have any more? Let's check the DMs real quick. Encrypted chat. Beep, 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 beep. Do we have any encrypted chat messages from the Gardner? Because that seems to be where I get most of them. Yes, we do. We're going to pull up some more of these. Oh my gosh. We have a few. All right, folks. Check this out. Back to back from Gardner. Nobody knows my next move, not even me. The sheep. Yes, this is a reference to the left, guys. The sheeple. They don't know what the next move is. They're waiting for the word. They're waiting to be told what to think. Don't be these people. Also, this one's great, guys. You had something there, just not what you thought you had. Thanks for the inspiration. Yeah, just Taco Tuesday, everyone. Throwing tacos, hitting all of the lefties. It's wonderful. Just yeeting tacos. Like these are t-shirts at a sports game. I love AI video, guys. It is so good. This is so good. And then he eats a taco. Oh man. Oh, there was sound too. Oh, the impact sound is great. So they started with this picture, and then AI just took it and ran with it. Good work, Politorican. Good work. Good work. Good work. How am I not following Politorican? Well, I fixed that. We are now following the Politorican. Planet of Memes. God, how am I not following all these people? This is crazy. It's Zoran. New York City is scared. I believe this is The Shining. Maybe not. Is this The Shining? No. Yes. Somebody fact check me. This is from I think it's The Shining. We're going to go with that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, sir. Okay. Feel much better. Are you paying attention yet? Well, let's see. 1960s, oil gone in 10 years. 70s, another ice age in 10 years. 80s, acid rain will destroy all crops in 10 years. The 90s, the ozone layer will be gone in, I remember that one, 10 years. 2000, ice caps will be gone in 10 years. None happened, but all resulted in more taxes. I'm adding that to be back on Monday. We're going to go over this one again. This is a really good point, guys. I might even include this not as a meme. This is probably going to be part of our regular stories. Because this is how the left gets money and gets power. They keep you scared. They try and convince you that the world is going to be underwater. That, you know, the desert, everything's going to be on fire. Everyone's going to be dying of cold because oil's gone. Like, they always use these crazy catastrophes like anthropogenic global warming to scare you, to make you give them money and give up rights. And in the end, all that ever happens is you just pay more taxes. It's a good post. I don't like that you shared it, but I also like that you shared it. So thank you. What's up, Lexi? Welcome to the chat. Thank you. Good to see you. We actually covered one of your posts a little bit earlier. Hope you saw it. It was Sydney Sweeney, comparing with redheaded libertarian. So that was a fun time, Lexi. Thank you very much for that one. Yeah, guys, this stuff, complete BS. Don't listen to these idiots. Like Greta Thunberg, look at her story. She changed from global warming, climate change nonsense to the Gaza. And then when Gaza resolved, she's like gone. Wait till she pops back up. She'll be protesting something else because all she is a professional protester. Yes, Lexi, we covered one of your posts. Gardner shared it out to us, so you can thank Questionable Gardner. Got here, when the doctor says you need to watch your drinking, apparently all you have to do is do it in a mirror, and then you're fine. So follow the doctor's orders. Everything should be great now. Still waiting on that ocean property owned by the elite to degrade in value due to climate change that's going to put them underwater. Yeah, Jack, the best part about that is Obama got out of office and bought beachfront property in Martha's Vineyard. Look at their actions, not what they say. Don't listen to what they say, guys. Look at what they do. And when you see a bunch of elitist dirtbags that are just tirelessly saying how we should all be worried about climate change and melting ice caps and the ocean levels going through the roof, if anybody cared about that, they wouldn't be buying beachfront property. They just wouldn't. Quick Lexi recap. There you go. Gardner got you. So yeah, guys, if the doctor ever tells you to watch your drinking, just do it in a mirror. That's solid advice. Thank you very much for sharing that. And this one, guys, even the cheerleaders have been affected. New York Giants are going to have to move. Is anyone else impressed, guys? Yeah, I'm not. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants. Yeah, nobody wants to see this, guys. It is obviously AI generated, right? The little Sora, little pop up there tells you, but it's probably not too far off. Like, I'm just saying, it's probably not too far off, guys. The New York Giants, they might be wearing some, what do they call that? It's not a burqa. Niqab, I think is the head covering. Anyways, it's not important. The important thing is we need to not let this stuff happen here in the United States. We should probably look at banning Sharia law sooner than later before it's far too late. We are already electing Muslim, Islamist, communists to mayorships in very, very large cities with extremely large budgets and police forces that would rival the army of many countries. Guys, don't forget that. Some of the only people that have guns in New York City are the cops, and there are thousands of them. Just saying. Just keep that in mind, right? So, appreciate all of you guys. It is, oh dang, it's almost 9 o'clock, guys. We gotta look at wrapping this one up. We're gonna get rid of YouTube because we got one more to go over. But guys, go ahead and check out the profile. You can leave me your tip. I will enjoy it very much. I will spend it wisely, I promise. Also, patriotdad.org. Visit the website. Check out different ways to support us there as well. You can also check out our live schedule there. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we are here for the evening update. Saturday for the weekly update. That's where you are right now. It's about to wrap up. Topic exchange. Tuesdays at 8:45, Questionable Gardner's show, where Shell and myself co-host. And then starting back on the, I believe, 16th, Sunday, the 16th, Bible Space with Christina and Shell. Check that out. We are going to kick out YouTube because YouTube is